I went from the brothers laughing at me, not taking me serious. This was in Montgomery County. I advanced to prison. The Bloods didn't know how to take me. This was actually the first time I had been in the penitentiary, which was mainly Bloods, because the Bloods out here, this side of Mississippi, in the West,
Mm.
are outnumbered by Crips in pretty much every city, for the most part, except for like San Diego or Sacramento. But for the most part, most cities are mainly Crips,
Mm.
especially out here in Colorado. But this prison had a bunch of Bloods and people who had love for me, and they were politicking on me too, because I'm not from the gang anymore. But
Yeah.
I never debriefed. Denver's not California where you have to debrief. I didn't go to a
What do you mean
boarding
by
school.
that? Like,
Well, if you debrief, like so in California, they have such a strong gang structure because there's so many people in their penitentiary.
mm.
In order for them to take you off of the yard, if you leave a gang, you have to go give up all of the information you know
Mm.
to the correctional officers, which is, pretty much you tell them everything you know. You
Mm.
get somebody indicted or whatever, then they send you to what's called a special needs yard, a S and Y yard. Denver doesn't really have dedicated S and Y yards, and you have to snitch if you. Me, like I'm just like I'm not banging. I never snitched on nobody. I never had no co-defendants. They knew I just wanted to do better. But still, they were politicking on me because people were asking them questions, other Latino gangsters and other Crips and stuff.
Mm.
Even other Bloods, not all the Bloods are from Park Hill. It's a lot of West Side Bloods, Latino blood gangs. Um, and I'm on the yard, bro. Nobody touched me. I have respect. Never snitched on anyone. So and I had to learn in my activism. I lost my cool a couple times. I never ended up into like a fist fight or something like I was gang banging. But
Mm.
there was times where I had some growing to do. I had to grow to get where I am. But it was love. It's been all love. The only time I did not end up getting love was when I had to defend myself, which you've seen in the documentary. But for me, changing my life, going to prison,
Mm.
going all the way up into the Holly and really being known as an activist on the streets, besides a couple of haters. I hate to say that about our town, but that's every town. But you're going to always have your jealous people, your haters.
Mm.
Castle didn't even bang a percentage of the gang banging and violence I did. Were the main ones hating on me or working for the law enforcement. And up until I had to defend myself, I was really just ignoring that stuff.
Mm.
But besides that,
Yeah.
since then I've got nothing but love, bro.
Yeah.
Except for just a small group of haters. But you got haters.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
If everybody likes you,
Yeah.
that's actually not a good thing. And nor do
Yeah.
you want to create haters. You gain haters from doing positive things.
Right.
This
That's
is what
real.
happened to me. So I don't spend a bunch of time bemoaning that
Yeah.
and crying about it. But the answer to the question about me, it's been nothing but love, mainly.
That's
Except
dope.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's love, man. I focus on the love.
That's real. You got to. The other shit will drive you crazy. I'll be having that problem. I'm
When I
like,
get over it,
yeah. Right.
people voting for me who, man, I'm an ex gang member, and I am an
Right.
ex gang member. And anybody who knows about Bloods and Crips in Denver, I don't need to brag about it. It's nothing to brag about. I really ruined my life doing it, but I was real about it. I
Yeah.
was about that action and all that stuff. Slide stepping, all those types of things. I did those things, and for a long time, the fighting. I did. I've had dozens of fist fights, bro. If I gave you a close up on my knuckle, I'll show you scars all over my hands.
Yeah.
My face used to be busted. I used to want to just be a pretty boy.
Yeah.
That I was kind of like the sleeper. Cats thought I was the pretty boy, but I was sometimes the roughest. I'd be the main one wanting to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've had those moments, and it really feels good to me that I can really say I'm running for office. I'm a positive person. I can talk to somebody who's a real Crip or real blood, respectfully, gain their respect, and not just disrespect their lifestyle because I think I'm better than them or it's just stupid. No, it's not just stupid. There is a such thing as systemic racism.
Mm.
There is a such thing as poverty of trauma, drama. You don't know if this young Crip or blood was molested. You don't know where that anger comes from, or they seen their mom or dad smoking crack, or their mama getting abused by her boyfriend, and he was too young, she was too young to fight this person. You don't know what
Right.
that does to somebody. So I never try to disrespect the lifestyle. And I think God led me through that, so I can talk to somebody who's kind of an abused person. Because most gang members, bro, there's a disconnect. Some happen when they'll tell you
Yeah.
get the hardest crip in here on Mount High Minute, and they'll tell you some good, positive childhood
No,
stories.
that's real.
But there's always something, the most positive Damu, the most banging his blood or something. And there's always something the way they'd be like, man, well, this happened though. Or
Right.
crack came, or I used to play football. So what changed from you wanting to go to the NFL to now you want to kill somebody, or now you a block boy?
Mm.
And there's always something traumatic that happens.
Right,
There's
right.
always a change in life. The fact that I could speak to that and get welcome, besides like of course the jealous hater who's gonna want to push back on it. Besides of minus that, I can speak to come to the hip hop. I am hip hop, bro. I'm the evolution of hip hop. You know,
Yeah.
I remember.
No, I've seen you drop some music. Yeah.
So not only have I'm not gonna say have I been, but am I an artist? You don't just lose the art.
Right.
My focus right now was on me getting into office to really change some of the systemic racism and poverty that we can in Denver with being the mayor. But I'm from the culture, and I care more about being the mayor representing the culture than disrespecting the culture just so I could be the mayor. Because if that's what I got to do to be the mayor, I don't want to be the mayor. I'm not changing politics. I'm just looking out for myself. And that's when don't vote for me. When you see me faking and fronting and acting like I'm not from the streets and acting like I'm Carlton to get a vote, that's when you know that I've lost my way.
That's
But
real.
I'm here right now. I hit y'all up for an interview months ago because I care about this demographic getting involved with politics with me. You know,
Yeah.
I've taught the Bloods how to gangbang, some Crips too, from what we were doing. I've entered hip hop. I've worn the camouflage bandanas. I've done the protesting. Our general fund is $1.5 billion. Y'all ready to talk about that? Hip Hop Denver, y'all want to talk about this general fund?
Not yet.
You want to talk about who snatched whose chain in LA?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
We talk about LA way too much in Denver. We talk about what's going on with FBG Duck and Dirk and all that. We talk about, we all
that's crazy. You brought money.
talking about what's going on in other cities.
Yeah.
I've worked in Chicago. I've worked all through LA. On a normal day in LA, it's just a lot of young brothers and sisters like in Colorado. They trying to figure it out.
Right.
They in LA. They don't know how to get on some of them platforms. They don't know how to get on Vlad or like you said, no jumper or none of that. Them doors is closed too to them too. So, man, we could do better in Denver, man. We can focus on some real change, some real money, and I want to be the representative of that real change.
That's real.